Hey everybody, welcome back to my layout. I guess I can't say that anymore. Hey everybody, welcome back to my programming track. So the next few layout updates are probably going to be short and sweet because I don't have too much content to show you guys since I don't have a layout to run trains on anymore. But I still got a few things in, and because I'm still designing a new layout, I think I'm going to keep going with these update videos anyway. So over the last month I got a few new things in. I happened to be in Warwick, Rhode Island, and I stopped at AA Hobbies, and all I can say is wow, what a great store. I wish stores up here in Canada would stock that much stuff. Like they got a wall in there that's just all detail parts. Like, this is incredible. So I got a few things there. I picked up some of these older run BLMA flat cars. Thought I could do some pipe loads or something cool with those. Do like a modern pipe load that we see out here in Alberta. Definitely a nice car by BLMA. They're die-cast too, they're quite heavy. Definitely a nice car by BLMA, and don't think you can get these anymore now that I think Atlas bought BLMA out. So now these are kind of almost a collector's item, these boxes. Another item I got at AA Hobbies was this Trucks and Stuff modern food grade tanker, and I'm going to do a little bit of kit bashing with it to turn it into an acid hauler for my frac sand Fremo module. Pretty cool though, can't go wrong, 20 bucks at AA Hobbies. And that's the Trucks and Stuff food grade tank. So the last thing I got, like I was saying, with like crazy amount of detail parts they stock there, took full advantage of that. A bunch of these ladder grabs which are super hard to make yourself. Got some eye bolts, the old Details Associates versions, and then I got a bunch of these high-tech detail rubber diesel MU signal and air hoses. I always wanted to try these, so I think that'll be pretty cool. They're rubber, so you can see there the whole thing is cast out of rubber, so look forward to trying those out on a diesel build in the future. So that's the new stuff I got in over the last month, guys. It was really cool stopping in there. I always try to hit up a hobby shop if I'm going somewhere, especially if it's a new one that I've never seen before. So next thing I'm going to show you is just kind of where I'm at with my layout, the current version of my layout plan for the next layout, and just a little something I figured out with Google Earth that maybe some people know and maybe some people don't. So I'm going to show you a little tip for layout planning using Google Earth. Hey guys, this is where I'm at with my layout plan so far. Pretty confident that this side of the layout, the CN side, this is how it's going to end up. I haven't changed much besides I took the angle of Jasper Yard here and moved it up a bit just so that I could keep the length. I want to be able to yard a full train in there. So trains are 25 feet, so I wanted to maintain this length, and to do that I had to slide it up just so that it had clearance here. I do have a few issues I'm working through with this plan. I don't like how tight the clearances are here, and I'm going to make this better, but right now they're just over 2 feet, the walkway here and here, so I need to do a better job of getting those walkways bigger. I'd like them to be 3 feet if possible. So on the CP side, last month and a bit I was working trying to see if I could fit in a Rogers Pass theme. So I started here at Casey Junction, which is just west of Golden, and there's HCA Mountain Minerals here, which would be a cool industry prototypical. A set of crossovers at Jansen's, a little mini yard at Donald, Beavermouth, and then when I got to Rogers Pass I realized if you're going to model modern day, you need to do both tracks because they run the westbounds up the new grade and the eastbounds down the old grade, and to do that you need way more space than I have because the tracks are quite far apart and they're also separated by quite a bit of grade. So it just wasn't possible. You can see I started here and then I just stopped because there's just no way. There's also a Y at Rogers Pass that I wouldn't have been able to fit in. So I scrapped that idea and went back to my old plan to do the leg and sub. So basically you have your east loop here, staging tracks. You come out at Banff, Moran's Curve as you head west, and then through here Lake Louise, Divide, and then I did have Stony Creek Bridge here, but I think I'm going to do, there's a set of snow sheds and a small tunnel just east of Field, BC, and that'll be this part here before you head it back into staging. One thing that's going to have to change is this landing here on the bottom of the stairs. I'm going to have to cut this corner off basically like this to allow to do Banff Yard, because it ends up making the peninsula wider. But that's something that's totally doable. I'll leave this corner as it is and just angle it like that. Move the door down there. One other thing I wanted to show you guys. So if we get in real close here, you can see I've got dimensions on these structures, and not just the structures, but roads and bridges, rivers, everything. And I figured something out. Some people may know this, but I didn't when I was using Google Earth to plan this out. Google Earth actually has a ruler that you can measure the structures from the satellite photo, and they're very accurate. Just to give you an idea of that, I'll show you just quickly how you can measure an object using Google Earth. It's a very, very valuable tool for modeling and for planning your layout, especially if you're doing prototypical like I am. Alright guys, I'll show you just quickly how valuable this ruler tool on Google Earth is. And I'll just show you some proof of how accurate it can be as well. So we'll just zoom into Red Deer here. Now last year I built that Maintenance Away CP Rail boxcar, which is based on, it was a 40-foot boxcar that they used. So here it is sitting in the yard. We know that this length is 40 feet. So up here in the toolbar, there's this little ruler icon. So we just click that, it brings up the ruler. And we've got the, you can set this to whatever you want. I use feet because that's what my track planning software is. And we just go like this, roughly the length of the roof. And you can see there, zoom in a little bit, 40.6 feet. So that's within 1 foot of the correct length, which is really good accuracy. Another thing you can do is measure the shadow here on the ground, because the shadow will be the same length too, so we're 40.57. That is very, very helpful for us prototype modelers. This is basically saving you going out there with a measuring tape and measuring this kind of stuff. So very awesome tool for modeling purposes. You can model any structure that Google Earth features pictures of, which goes a long way, especially on my layout. I'm doing so much prototypical planning. So just a awesome tool that can help us be more accurate and realistic with our models. So yeah, you can see using that tool with Google Earth, it's very helpful and very accurate for our modeling purposes. So all your structures, you can see here, even on Lake Louise, I've got all the buildings at Lake Louise to scale dimensions. Here's the station at Lake Louise. This would be, you know, when you're within 1 foot on the scale prototype, which is about as accurate as we need to be. There's the passenger cars. I haven't measured those yet. So now that we've took a look at the overview, let's go over to the house and take a look at the basement and see where the progress is at. Hey guys, so we're over at the new place, and this is the stairway going down to the train room. So let's go down there and take a look at where it's at now. So this is how you'll come down to the train room. There'll be a door here, this little landing. So when you first walk in through the landing, this is the area you'll see, which will be the CP side of the layout. So you come down and you'll have the peninsula here on this side and the beginning of the CP layout running on this side. So the basement's pretty much done. This is kind of what it's going to look like when they hand it over to us. They got the temporary lighting installed, and that's the way it's going to be for quite a while as I work on the layout, slowly starting with doing the lighting. Here we're looking at the CP side of the layout, and there'll be a peninsula in the middle of that long run there. And then looking over at the other side, the CN part of the layout, this would be the west end of Jasper Yard here. This will be the CN portion of the layout, so we'll be looking at the west end of Jasper Yard here. Jasper Yard will be running this direction all the way to the far wall, where it'll curve around the far wall and then come back in this direction as the Edson subdivision. So we're standing at the opposite end of the layout. This is the CP side again, and I just wanted to talk briefly about the temporary lighting that they've got installed. I'm going to be using this lighting for a while. The first thing I'm going to start working on is the layout lighting, and get all that put in before I start working, so I have a really nice bright area to work in. So even with this temporary lighting, I wanted to have something a little bit better than just the standard 60-watt bulbs is what they usually use. So I got these from Costco. These are a 15-watt LED bulb that replaces a 100-watt incandescent bulb, and these are about $17.50 a bulb. But they're totally worth it because they are so bright. These are the daylight 5000 Kelvin color, so it's very bright down here, even with just this temporary string. So they're a little bit more expensive off the hop, but they save you a ton of money in the long run because they last 22 years. I mean, even on here they're saying you about saves $233. So there's 7 bulbs down here, so 7 times 233 over the lifetime of the bulbs. These LEDs are totally worth it. So if you can keep the power bill down a little bit, it allows you to spend more money on trains, right? So this is what the LED replacement bulbs look like when they're turned on and installed. Pretty similar to an incandescent, except these are very bright. It's like looking at the sun. The camera doesn't really capture it as bright as they are. So yeah, like I was saying, guys, the first thing I'm going to start working on is the layout lighting, which will be all LED strip lights, the entire thing. So again, trying to keep the power usage down and keep the total cost of the layout down. The basement's pretty much done. Like, this is what it's going to look like, minus the little bit of a mess they got going on down here. But we're moving in just over a month, so starting to get really excited, and I can't wait to start working on this layout. So you can see the basement's coming along, guys. Getting pretty excited. About a month till we move in, so that's going to be awesome. So that's everything I've been up to the end of March, start of April 2016. As always, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.